Unit 17, plug and slot welds. A plug weld is a circular weld made through a hole in one piece of metal, joining it to another piece. Figure 17.1. A slot weld is made in an elongated cut through one member of a joint to join that part of metal to another joint member. Figure 17-2 shows a typical example. The plug and slot welds are generally used when the weld must not be seen from one side of the joint. They may also be used if joining of their components does not allow for another type of weld. The walls of the hole or slot may be parallel or angular, and the hole may be completely or only partially filled with weld metal. Note, a plug weld is not to be confused with an all-around fillet weld made in a hole. A plug or slot weld should be not confused with a fillet weld, whether the hole or slot is filled or partially filled with weld. Remember, the fillet weld has a cross section, that is a triangle. The plug or slot weld takes on the cross-sectional shape of the hole or slot through which the weld is made. Excuse me. General use of a plug and slot weld symbol. A plug weld or slot weld in the arrow side member of a joint is specified when the weld symbol is placed on the side of the reference line toward the reader. A plug or slot weld in the arrow side member of a joint is specified when the weld symbol is placed on the side of the reference line toward the reader. This is shown in figure 17.3. Arrow side is specified when the weld symbol is placed on the side of the reference line toward the reader. Note the significance of the arrow side plug weld symbol. Note the significance of the arrow side slot weld symbol. A plug or slot weld in the other side member of a joint is indicated when the weld symbol is placed on the side of the reference line away from the reader. Figure 17.4. Other side is specified when the weld symbol is placed on the side of the reference line away from the reader. Note the other side plug weld symbol. Note the other side slot weld symbol. Plug or slot weld dimensions are shown on the same side of the reference line as the weld symbol. 17.5. Plug weld dimensions are on the same side of the reference line as the weld symbol. Dimensions are located as shown. Study their positions around the symbol. Diameter of weld, countersink angle, pitch, depth of weld. Size of plug welds. Plug weld size refers to the weld diameter at the base of the weld. It is given to the left of the weld symbol. Figure 17-6. Notice how the size of plug weld is indicated on the left side. Countersink angle of plug weld. Countersinking or chamfering is a process that enlarges the edge of a hole canonically so it is able to fit the head of a flathead screw. When the side of a plug weld hole is tapered, the groove angle of the taper is specified and shown on the welding symbol. Figure 17.7. The countersink angle is given below the plug weld symbol. When a plug weld is to be made in a countersunk hole, the included angle on the countersink is specified in relation to the weld symbol. Slot weld details. Slot weld size information is usually given on the view that shows the weld. However, sometimes there is not enough room on the view or the welding symbol to furnish full details on length, width, spacing, countersink angle, orientation, and location of required slot welds. This information is normally shown elsewhere on the drawing. Reference to the location of weld details is made on the welding symbol 17-8. Slot weld information is commonly shown elsewhere on the drawing. The location of the information is noted in the welding symbol. See detail A. Filling depth of plug or slot welds. Plug weld or slot weld holes are not always completely filled with weld material. When the area is not to be filled completely, filling depth is indicated within the weld symbol, figure 17-9. Depth of filling. When the depth of the plug weld is less than complete, the specified weld depth is shown inside the weld symbol. Spacing plug or slot welds. The pitch center to center spacing of plug welds or slot welds is indicated by the dimension placed on the same side as and the right of the weld symbol. Figure 1711 shows the use of multiple dimensions for a plug welding symbol. Study the illustration carefully. A plug welding symbol with multiple dimensions is specified. Surface contour of plug or slot welds. When plug or slot welds are to be welded approximately flush, with no mechanical finishing required, only the flush contour symbol is added to the weld symbol. However, if the weld surface is to be finished flush by mechanical means, the finishing technique must also be added to the weld symbol, figure 17, 12, and 13. This weld symbol shows how a flush surface contour plug weld is specified. When the weld surface is to be made flush with the surrounding surfaces mechanically, a letter indicates the finish technique. In this example, the letter G at the bottom of the weld symbol indicates that the weld is to be ground smooth. The flush contour symbol and the method of making the weld flush are added to the slot weld symbol when made flush by mechanical means. In this example, the letter G at the bottom of the weld symbol indicates that the weld is to be ground smooth.